Hey, what's up, y'all? Wadie here, and today we're making our first video, the evolution of Windows. Now, if you think that Windows goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, XP, 7, 8, 8.1, and 10. Oh, and I forgot 11. You're completely wrong. No, I'm not lying. You're completely wrong. Now, without further ado, let's start with the first Windows. Windows 1.0. Now, I really don't have much to say about Windows 1.0. I mean, it's the first Windows to ever be released.
Now, at the time, Windows wasn't an operating system yet, but more of an operating environment on top of another operating system called MS-DOS.
Windows 1.0 introduced lots and lots of features, like a clock, a calculator, the control panel, and a game of Reversi. And we can add to that the most famous application of Microsoft, Microsoft Paint. When it launched, it costed $99. Some other versions launched, like Windows 1.01, 1.02, and 1.03. Windows 2.0, did nothing, just improved the GUI and multitasking. Yeah, well, let's just move on. Oh, finally, a good Windows. Windows 3.1 is the first success of Microsoft. First, by introducing the icons, something that will help people use Windows easily. It also introduced, the Program Manager, something that will help you sort off your applications and your programs. It also introduced the Task Manager, a program that will really help in the future. And man, how can we forget the File Manager, the predecessor of the File Explorer? Well, to sum up, Windows 3.1 is an amazing Windows. Oh wait, what's that? It's not Windows 4? And yep, folks, it's not. It's Windows 95. And there's a very big difference to the prior Windowses. Well, it's the first Windows to introduce Internet Explorer. And the most famous thing about Windows also came 95. The taskbar. And of course, what is a taskbar without a start menu? And because it is an operating system, it uses a kernel based on MS-DOS called Windows 9X. And now let's move on to Windows 98. Now, at the beginning, this Windows was really bad. It was unstable and had lots and lots of bugs. But after introducing Windows 98 Upgrade or 2nd Edition, it became one of the best Windowses ever. This Windows was so popular that it sold out all over the globe. Windows 2000. The saddest part is that this is the least known Windows, but it is one of the best. I actually think it should be one of the most popular because it is the Windows that introduced the anti-kernel, and this kernel is still used right now on Windows 11. Windows Windows Millenium Edition. This Windows was just a revamp of Windows 2000, but slower. First, compatibility issues. Like, what's the point of combining Windows 9X and 2000 features? Bro, and the saddest part is you can't even work some programs on Windows Millenium that used to work before. Yeah, I'm keeping the name Windows Mistake Edition. And thirdly, because of all of those problems, it used to crash a lot. Windows XP, the Windows that saved Windows. Now, the production of Windows XP started from 1999, way before Windows Millenium in 2000, and was divided by two, one for home users and one for professionals. Those two OSs will unify into one thing, codename Whistler, and then officially Windows XP. Now, not only does it have the most fascinating development, it also introduces a way better user interface. And it's also the Windows that I feel the most nostalgic for, probably because it's the first Windows I've ever used. And just by the beauty of the background, You know that Windows XP is amazing. Windows XP improved the security, and at the time, the performances were stellar. Now, if I talk about all of the things that Windows XP improved, we would stay here for a while, so let's move on.
Now, in all seriousness, Windows Vista isn't a bad Windows at all. Now, either you like it or not, Windows Vista will stay one of the best. I mean, Windows Vista added so much new features, but nobody remembered them.
People think Windows Vista is the worst just because of the PC requirements. I mean, yeah, they were high at the time. But does that mean it's a bad Windows? Another reason is because of Windows Longhorn.
People said it was too slow and had made Microsoft restart everything. But I mean, it was only a beta release and not the official version. Like,
why all of this hate for Windows Vista? Windows Vista really deserves more than to be called the worst. Ah, finally, the GOAT, Windows 7. Now, CR7, Windows 7, yeah, 7 is always the GOAT. It was the best OS for gamers, and the IRO style was amazing. Windows 7 introduced so much new features, but I don't think I can talk about them all today. So I'll probably be covering Windows 7 XP and another Windows that I'll be talking about later in another video, where I'll get into details. And yep folks, this might be the worst. Now I don't even know if Microsoft even cared about desktop users anymore, because in my opinion it shouldn't even be called Windows 8. It should be called Windows Tablet. Bro, the start screen isn't even useful. I mean, if you're not using a tablet, then what's the point of it? It was so much pushed for tablet users that it became the biggest flop of Microsoft. Ayo, look, I don't want to talk about my least favorite Windows because I hate it. I hate Windows 8, so let's just move on to something good. Windows 8.1. Now, Windows 8.1 is what saved Windows 8 in the first place. First by reintroducing the Start button, and by managing the OS for the tablet users and for the desktop users. Some people even consider it the best Windows ever, but I think they went too far. Don't worry guys, we're almost there. Only Windows 10 and Windows 11 left. Windows 10 is definitely in the top 3 of the best Windowses ever. And it really evolved and matured throughout the years.
and is really well managed for desktop and tablet users. Now, Windows 10 evolved so much that I can't talk about everything in this video, just like Windows XP and 7.
So I'll be making another video coming soon.
And finally, Windows 11.
Now, Windows 11 is more of a mixed bag. Some people like it, and some hate it. And for me, I like it. Except Windows Recall. It ruined Windows 11. And well, that's it for today. The evolution of Windows is really a video that I wanted to make for years. But like right now, I finally had the opportunity to do it. And if you're watching this, hit that subscribe button, like the video if you found it funny, and activate the notification so you would never miss any video. Tell me in the comments what's your favorite Windows. And this was Wadie off. Time to log off.